How do you tell your friends you're online?
It goes. There's a notification that goes out, so they just know. People will show up.
Hunter.
Yes,
Hi,
Wednesday.
Thank you. I haven't tried this one.
Oh, I can go get a castle back up.
I'm gonna try this one.
Okay.
You never had HEB cola?
It's like half the price.
I don't know if I have.
Wow.
I don't remember this design. I do go for
Dr.
fair.
I feel too formal in this jacket.
Well, just show your friends. Because you don't wear blazers.
Yeah, I feel very like I have shoulders and
Because we have shoulders. Come on.
it feels so not me.
It's totally me.
It's so not me. I can't deal with this. Hello, Locational. Hello, Jeanette. Hello, Steph. So we have a Twinkie day. So she's showing off her haul loot. Look at this bag. This coat jacket is amazing. This is handmade, guys. Look at the pleating on this fabric. This is a handmade, hand quilted, and then embroidered. Look at this is beautiful pearls. I mean, and these are pockets. This thing's amazing. This is a labor of love.
Jackie doesn't like it, but I love it.
No, I don't like it on me because I feel boxy. You know, you saw the way I looked in that. Brian, Jeanette, Steph, Miss Jelly, hello, Jen, hi Jen. I see this is another Jen. She's so anyway, yes, that's what I said. 80s jacket chic, right? And I'm wearing a shirt this is a shirt that Latina gave me. Isn't this pretty? Jennifer even said, that's a pretty shirt.
No, Jackie's normal.
No, it's not my normal. I think it's really pretty. I mean, how it's like.
Me too.
What color do you want?
Whatever you want to put me in.
You need a red.
Red?
Do you not wear red?
I wear red all the time.
Okay, you don't want red? What color do you want?
Something that matches my shirt.
That's why I was gonna go with red. You're wearing you're wearing pink. You know, what about this one? No, I don't like that one. Let's see what this one is. Is this one a pink one? Nope, I don't want that one either. I want a pink one.
Jackie has a lot of lipstick.
Shh. You don't tell on me. They actually know I have a lot of lipstick. It's a vice. It's a vice. Actually, the friend who gave me the shirt gave me this lipstick caddy.
It's very cute.
And I had a pink one I just saw the other day. Oh, maybe it's one of these because this is Estee Lauder. What about this one? Light mauve? Warberry?
Okay. You can see my lips.
Yeah. Do you need lipstick?
I always need lipstick.
Do you use it?
Mm-hmm.
You put it in your bag.
I think I've already buried my bag in
your bag's been missing. Okay, we'll put it right here next to the perfume you were going to take. The very expensive Burberry perfume that she forgot last time. It's right here that she forgot. I'm going to put it right here. Don't forget this time. You know. I bought a pack from Amazon that replaced all my MAC lipsticks covered in covers. It's clear. It's the best thing I've ever bought for under $10. Oh, nice. Okay, so this is one of Jennifer's thrifting finds, guys. This is a
Tina
Turk bag. So apparently this is a really kind of high-end bag, which I don't know because I've never bought it.
When I worked at Nordstrom in the 2000s, like early 2000s, I sold a lot of her suits, and I had never seen her handbag. So I was like, yay.
Keith says no. Yes, look how beautiful this is.
So do what?
There's two of us.
Oh.
Alive with the one and only Jen. Oh my gosh, he loves you. Yeah, he's like one of your biggest fans. He's an architect. Yeah, he's an architect.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Totally a man's profession.
So this is beautiful suede. This is suede. This is just beautiful. I tell people that you started in architecture and went into interior design, and then after you did that, you said the heck with this, and you went to teaching. And
way better choice for me. And what's really sad is my dad was right.
We're gonna repair this, so this is gonna stay right here. Actually, I can do this as I'm put it right in front of me. Oh, this is for me, but it's going in my Christmas box, so I can't get it yet.
Jeez, those I got Chanel shoes.
Oh yeah, I showed him.
Aww.
Yeah. This is a beautiful Hobo International or Hobo, depending on. It used to be called Hobo International, then they're called Hobo, but this is a suede bag. It's a beautiful bag. She got this at the thrift store for $15.99. It needs a little TLC
for
with
you.
some I know.
No, you
Wait.
can keep it.
Oh, I can keep it. Oh, good. Then I'll prepare it. How are you doing, Keith? These are the infamous. Look at these shoes, guys. She got these at the thrift store for $15. These are legit Chanel heels. In her thighs.
I feel like a teenage boy processed all her stuff. It was from the 80s. 80s and 90s, and he's like, oh, they're gonna be $15. And I'm like, are you kidding me? And when I buy used Nike, they're like $36 for used Nike. That's like
But
$130.
these Chanels are 15.
I know.
Look at these pumps. Look at even though they've been worn, this is still the original sole, guys. Not worn that much. You know, they've been worn, but they're not over. You know, I have a cleaner I can use on this.
That's why they're here. They're here for you to triage.
See what the. So Monarch says, "Oh my God, those shoes! Hi everyone, Jen. So nice to see you. Can't type, but lurking. Hello, Craig. Craig is lurking. Craig says hi. Yeah." And then they sold Teenage Boy. She said, yeah, of course. Because you know why? The lady at the checkout counter couldn't believe the price.
So I went to Cracker Barrel, and this is literally by my work, okay? So I stop there 2 or 3 times a week, depending on the week. And this week I went in on a Tuesday, and that's when I got the 2 Stuart Weitzmans that I found. And I said, you know what, Jennifer, and I only had 30 minutes. So I'm like, if there is like 2 Stuart Weitzman, there has to be more. So I went back and I had an hour, and I literally found and I looked up and I saw Chanel, Stuart Weitzman, St. John, and I went through every single aisle on that side of the shop because I only had an hour. And I tried them all on, and not all of them fit. The Donald Planners, which she couldn't fit either because the soles were perfect. And so I couldn't get my foot in because the bridge of my foot is too, I don't even know what it's called, but this part of the foot was too hard to get in. There was no give, like there was no zipper, or there's no buttons for your foot to slide in. So I don't think she ever wore them either, but they were so beautiful, and I couldn't put them on standing up. So I thought, well, if I sit down, maybe I can put them on. But I even know at that point I probably shouldn't buy them. So I left, and when I went up to the counter, I showed the lady the shoes, and she's like, oh my God, those are $15. What happened? I don't know, but they're mine. And we giggled about it, and she had the best time processing my shoes. It was so cute. And then I'm coming back tomorrow because you're closing in 1 minute. I'm gonna find those Donald Planners. I'm gonna try them on. And so I did go back, and that's where I found the 1980 jacket, which I had saw the first day, but talked myself out of because it's 1980s, and do I really want it? I do. I do. And so I got it on the 3rd visit. Yeah, so it was really awesome. So I literally went back yesterday after work and spent 2 hours combing every single rack because I'm like, because she had a lot of suits, like we're talking lawsuits, and we're talking designer brands back in the day. And I was just like, some of them were just stinking beautiful, but I'm also 45 years old, not 75. So some of those things were too old for me. And even I, who like vintage, was like, I can't justify this. So I didn't.
Leather soles, y'all. Can you give me that one of those bags that you use to trash? Yeah.
So I was super excited. Yeah, I spent all my money.
Yeah. But you spent your money on Chanel shoes. Wear the shoes, wear the shoes with the regular shoes, or were they with the glass case? Were they?
No, they were literally, they were on top of the coat. So there's racks and racks of clothing, and on the top of the racks there's shelf shoes, literally just sitting. All the Stuart Weitzman, St. John. She had Kate. I don't know who they are, but I tried them on. There was Michelle D, and she had some other things. I literally pulled them all. Anything that was a size 10 or above, I found them all because I am good at finding shoes that are pretty and expensive.
She
So,
has
because most of
taste.
the shoes
Jennifer
there,
has always had this knack, though. Every time we've gone shopping as kids, she has always been able to pick out the most expensive, stylish, beautiful thing. Always. It's my father used to say, it's your mother's knack. You just walk in the store and you can find the most expensive thing without trying. Those are brown.
yes, you didn't know that?
I didn't realize those were brown.
Yes.
Those are gorgeous.
Look at the bottoms.
Wow.
Like, hardly worn. Hardly worn. I used to sell St. John, and I actually have a St. John suit that I bought in the 2000s. I think the tank has gone missing, but I do have the skirt still, and I have the matching shoes.
Do you think you found any of the any handbags from the same person who did the shoes? I don't think.
The Bally.
Oh, there's a
purse.
Bally bag coming up.
And
Yes.
I think there was a lady. Okay, so the first day I went, when I found the 1980s jacket, I didn't look at the shoes that day, and that's the day that everything was being processed. The next day is when the shoes got processed, because that's when I saw the influx of shoes, and I had already gone through all the purses. But I had saw a lady going through the purses, and she filled her cart, and I'm like, I just looked at those yesterday, and those were not good. So, because I don't always look at the purses, I know Jackie's like, how can you not? But I am more of a clothing person, and since my size has changed, I tend to look. Those look great, whatever you're using on them.
Leather conditioner and
It
cleaner.
looks fantastic.
Yep. Put this to the side.
Wow.
We need to dry. Yeah. So the before still looks awesome. And then let's add, these shoes are fantastic. Yes, the Bally bag. I told her, I don't care how much that costs, you have to buy that. Okay. I can't wear heels because of my lower back. I can't either.
I am a 4 or 5 inch heel person. I have literally just purged all my 2000 high heels because I can no longer
Simpson error.
I can no longer wear heels that high. So these are 3 inches or lower, and they are thin.
Guys, I can't even wear shoes this high. I couldn't wear shoes this high when I was 20. I still can't wear shoes this high. Jennifer's a pro. She can run and dance in damn shoes. It's like her and mom still runs around in 4-inch heels.
Show them this person.
The fact that those have been interlocking CCs and the toe is just awesome, and the condition. Yeah.
So,
right.
Like I said on my post, I'm part of a Facebook group that says I love thrifting, and I put in the Facebook group
bag.
that I said, just bury me in them. Just bury me in them. I hit my thrifting peak. Just bury me in them. I told my husband those same words. I said I have a Lafayette black dress, and I have these shoes, and I don't know what jewelry I'm gonna wear, but I'm like, that's what you bury me in.
Well, I think I want my engagement ring to go toss it in an urn with me. That's about it.
Oh my God, just that little bit makes it look better.
Yeah.
People are dumb.
People don't know that it just takes a little bit of conditioner. This might need 2 or 3 rounds just because there's some loss at the top, but the rest of this bag is in great condition. And that's the thing about a great bag. A great bag, well-made leather bag, is still a well-made leather bag. Just because it's old does not mean it's done. And the hardware on here is perfect.
I thought her stuff was in good condition.
Yeah, this is in really good condition. And this is why the resellers go to thrifts, because they know they can clean and rehab, color, touch up, paint, or do a restoration, and they can sell this for $150 on eBay.
And the pair of shoes, I don't think you can see them very well, but they're mixed media. So this one is the neoprene on the top, I guess is what it's called. I don't know. And then it has a diagonal leather, and it has a square toe, a square heel, which I really like because it has more surface area and it's more stability. It also has not as long as a toe as some of the other ones. And I don't know how to pronounce this, guys. It's from, how do you pronounce this? It's from Italy.
Oh, Amalfi.
So I was right. Okay,
Yeah.
so it's Amalfi. But
Keith is in the same group you're in with that thrifting, because he thrifts too. He collects vintage Pyrex.
oh
Yeah. Yeah, Jenny Joyce is her name on Facebook groups.
So that's actually how I know where I know people, because people who know me in real life know I go by Jennifer. And if you know me through my Facebook stuff or any of my groupie stuff, it's Jenny. I used to be called Jenny all my life until Forrest Gump came out, and then people made fun of me, and it was just, I'm done.
And also, my grandmother hated it. Oh, it's amazing. The pictures you sent me do not do these shoes justice.
I know, and even online you can't really tell. This also has a very nice heel. It has a it's I don't know how to say it. It's like it's a
Oh,
triangle,
wow.
but it has a very pretty profile.
Not even, she like wore it 3 times ever.
I mean, look at the bottom.
I get the sole scuff, but the heel, the heel to have that, no scuffing on
This
the heel.
lady wore pantyhose when she wore her shoes.
And
She did not have naked
she
feet.
knew how to walk in a shoe. Because her heels are not
And then my
I
Bottega
love
look
this.
like
I love this bag. I said you must buy this. It's not Bottega, but we'll get there.
it.
Okay, I'm gonna get there. I have to work on one thing at a time.
But that's all I got.
That's all she got, guys. Yeah, like the score of the century. Thrifting our whole lives. First time she's ever found
No.
a Chanel anything.
Well, no, I find a lot of fake Chanel.
Oh, fake Chanel?
I find fake Chanel a lot.
How can you tell? I mean, I can tell real
Because
Chanel.
there's not enough tags.
Yeah, it's always the
They
interior.
don't have enough labeling or information on them.
Wow, this is so pretty. I might have to do some coloring on. I have a colored cream that will
Miss Jelly, that's so cute.
What Miss Jelly
Just
say?
because I'm old doesn't mean I'm in good condition. I'm not in good condition. So cute.
Yep. You should go dancing, says Miss Jelly. Jennifer loves dancing.
Yeah, Keith, I actually posted a picture of myself in a anthropology moth cat sweatshirt that sweater that I got for my daughter that's wool, and it's a little itchy. Even for me, it's a little itchy, and I have a very good tolerance for beautiful. If it's beautiful, I'm gonna look pretty. I don't care. I'll be itchy. It's fine. But I had to wear an undershirt because the cat sweatshirt was really a large, and I am not a large, but I made it work. And then I had on Ralph Lauren jeans and a pair of boots, and I had like 12,000 view comment things, and some people were just
Trolling.
mean. And I was like, and then so because I'm a teacher, I'm just like, how am I going to address that? So what lady goes, well, you could thrift undergarments that were is better, like, in the nicest possible way of me saying this. And I just asked her, would you have said that to a perfect stranger in real life? Like, would you just tell, oh, you need a better bra? Because I'm like, lady, I go to Austin to get mine because I have to go to a specialty shop. It was not because my bra was not correct. It was because the sweater was too small. And it was a crop top. So my proportions were weird. And I'm just like, whatever, lady. But I was just interesting because people were getting on the commenting thread. And I wasn't ugly. But I was like, would you really have said that to a stranger that you've never met the first time interacting with somebody? Seriously? And honestly, if you're gonna say something like that, why post it anonymously? And then I'm like, why don't you just private message me?
Because they don't mean it. They're trolls.
Yeah. I was just like,
they're just being assholes online. This is amazing. This bag is amazing.
You have
to be careful with this lining. Okay.
Well,
the lining inside is not leather.
It's nylon.
No, it's not nylon. That's the fake. It's a fake. It's when they made these bags. This might be real leather, but it could be a coating on fabric. Most of these bags, most of these vintage.
Oh,
you
I
feel
don't know
the
what
difference.
that is.
Feel the difference between this leather and that leather. That's going to be a coating on fabric.
Okay.
Yeah, it makes it a little lighter. Louis did it too, but this is in such good condition. She put all her stuff in pouches because the exterior of this bag has more wear than the interior, which is unusual. Most of the time, the interior, because because of the type of lining this is amazing. This is amazing. Yeah, Jen, I have to. This is gonna need to stay over for a weekend.
Yeah, they can stay.
Yeah, because this needs to have.
I'm sure that the suede needs some whatever you.
Yeah, the suede needs some cleaning. This needs that one. This needs a little bit of pigment added to it, so the black, so that I have the right thing. But I have to be. It's a whole process because I am a klutz. We do not get black things near me. My clothing will become trashed, and I will guarantee to get it on top of something. So this one is a company. This is a vintage bag, and this brand is called. I had to look it up. Man, this poor interior.
I know, but it was $7.49.
Yeah, this is an unfortunate interior. This is mold.
I feel
actually.
Is that?
Yeah, this is it's not mold. It's like
I thought it was makeup.
No, this is not makeup. This is more like moisture got trapped under nylon, but it's fine. It happened. International Women's Day, ladies. Oh, nice. That's pretty cool. Did you watch Textiles, Keith? Keith, I should be able to do a background check on that people with oh yeah, right? Man, the people who guys, I'm telling you guys, I have like consistently two to three people who watch my channel who just thumbs down all my lives. Every live consistently for months. So
Why?
it's so consistent, it's hate watching.
Wow.
Yeah. It's too consistent to be random, and it's so consistent. It has to be just people watching me because they don't like me, and then but they're not actually watching, guys. They're just clicking a button, and then they're moving on. They're not commenting, And I know I need to stop harping on it, but it's a little disheartening, guys. When you put your life out there for the public to consume, and then hi, hello, baby, hi.
You want a regular Diet Coke?
You want to trade?
Oh, you didn't like it?
No.
Yeah, well, you can have mine. I haven't even drunk it yet.
Oh, I'll trade with Jackie.
I haven't even taken a sip.
I'm a Diet Coke snob.
I know. That's why I was surprised.
And I drank Coke Zero at lunch.
Yeah. So now it's all gone. Whatever is in here is gone. Bye-bye. The phone text is amazing. And because it's a nylon interior, and then this just dries out. So I forgot I need to
Oh,
the name.
my all-time most. Okay, so back in the day, before my sister told all of my estate sale people that I was an interior designer,
one time, and I didn't realize. I didn't know. I didn't know. I didn't know. I'm so sorry. I just thought they knew. I was a teacher, so I ruined it. So I would go to this I go to estatesales.net to find the local listings, and there's a couple of companies that I love a lot that are very good and good consistent with their pricing and things that I looked for. And when this is it's 2024, so 2010 era, 2010, 2008, I was looking for a lot of home goods because I had moved from an apartment into a house. And I am cheap, but I know good furniture, and I love good wood. Like, I love wood. So I would get rosewood mirrors. I would get teak wood end tables. I got lamps that were probably retail $1,200. I get them for like $250 or $200 because lamps are expensive. Like really good ones are expensive. And then I would get I got Henredon sofas that were $10,000. I know because I sold them, and I would buy them on the used market, and I don't care. Wait, you had a Henredon sofa?
Jackie, the brown ones that Andy killed and destroyed when
Oh, I remember those.
I cried buckets.
I remember.
And my husband's like, "Why are you so upset?" I was like, "Because I can't afford to replace them."
I can never buy
them
these
from
again.
the client in which I sold I sold Century sofas to a client when the Century sofa is probably $6,000 to $8,000 for a sofa. I got the two Henredons for $400, and I was like, "Thank you so much. I will take them." And then so anyway, long story short, my best thrifting furniture find ever, I went to Salvation Army downtown, and they had Henredon in American walnut with the brass hardware, and it was very clean cut. It was from the 80s and 90s, where it was made in Baltimore, and it was freaking epic. And so I got 3 cabinets for $400, and I called my dad because I was still in college, and I said, "Dad, this was like early 2000s." So I said, "Dad," I was like probably 2023, 24, and I said, "Dad, I have an apartment. I don't know where these are going to go, but I need them. Can you help me figure out how to get them home?" And so we ended up putting them in storage for a little while, but he saw them because they matched my dad's furniture. He had the other matching pieces to the furniture set, which I now have in my home. So I now have 5 cabinets from Henredon.
Oh my God. Keith, I need to give your number to Jenny so you two can text thrift stuff. If you're up for it, let me know, because you guys will talk.
I also used to buy thrifted dishes, but now I have no space. I have 7 sets.
I've told them you have. I mean,
the last set is still in the box. I have no room for it, so I had to stop. Like, there's things that I can't go estate sale shopping because I can't buy anymore. Like the do you want it, or do you want me to keep it?
Keep it. No, this will be used for your dresses.
I'll use it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, with your party clothes.
So I know that Tina Turk, and I know that
Jenny goes to what do you call it? Cabbage wear?
No.
You collect cabbageware? No. So Jen goes to all the school functions. So she's going to all of the dance things and all the award ceremonies, and normally she's chaperoning. So she's going to all the homecoming, military ball, all those.
I don't do military ball. I do.
You don't?
I do most of the dance, like all of the dance awards, and I go to dance competitions, and I do the what's it called, banquet dinners, stuff like that. But I'm always going out. I always have some sort of cute outfit. And
She went out over Friday. They went out to a new Italian restaurant. They went on a date night. People tell me, Jackie, you should go on date night. James and I don't do date nights.
They should.
I know, but we if okay, you see that as fun, and we loathe that.
It was a quiet mom and pop Italian restaurant with an Italian cook that was phenomenal.
Okay, that would be fun. That would be fun.
It wasn't noisy. It wasn't commercial.
Winnie says hello. Say hello.
Hi, Winnie.
Double date night.
That would be fun.
That would be fun.
So my kids recently just had a birthday party. And when I say kids, my son is now 5 and my daughter is now 11. And they wanted to go to Airtopia. And Airtopia is a bouncy house where you just have lots of trampolines. And the kids just loved it, right? And so some of the parents, so we got that. I let my husband plan it. Oh,
failure.
I kind of took over a little bit by little bit, and I tried not to overstep, and I tried to be respectful, and I tried not to. Oh, but let me just tell you, that man did not get the invitations out until the week of the party. I literally almost murdered him. I was just like, your children want kids at the party. Like, so anyways, long story short, all of the moms RSVP'd with me and not my husband, even though we put both our numbers on the thing. I said RSVP. And so one of the dads came to the party and the rest were moms, right? And I haven't met these mothers. I haven't met most of these kids, even though they've gone to school with my kid. And one of the moms literally sat at the kid table with us and just stayed on her phone. She literally did not talk other than hello. I was just like, you're so weird. How are you in a public function and have no manners at all to say at least a couple of words and interact with us? So the dad was kind of bored. And I kind of felt bad for him. We were trying to engage him in conversation. And we did have good conversations. And then I guess kind of tapered off. And then he finally got up and stood to the side. And my husband and this dad ended up spending an hour and a half talking. It was awesome. So at least they had a good time. But I was just like, weirdness. And it was just the parents. So we're doing a play date this week because it's spring break. So the kids are going to get together again and have a good time. And at least the dad had a good time because I always go, what is that?
A different leather cleaner?
I have never used that much of a product in my life, guys. It is like literally empty. It has like, this must be amazing stuff.
I use it on a lot, but you have to be very. I have ruined bags.
Is it that stuff that was tacky?
Yeah. I use it on the wrong leather finish, and that will happen.
Okay.
So you have to use it on the right leather finish, and I can fix it. You just have to buff it in, and buff it in, and buff it in, and buff it in, like forever and ever and ever, man. You know.
Keith, you're correct.
What?
It was very difficult to let him have control, and I still overstepped and still took control.
He would rather you just do it. I know you wanted him to do it, but he would rather you just do it.
I gave him notice since November that it was his plan. I still did most of it.
He's not good at it. He doesn't want to do it.
He did good this time. I love watching Jackie clean bags. I think it's so much fun. I like the fact that I can find bags and say, Jack, can you repair this for me? And she can. Because I do not have the patience to put the research into the amount of work that goes into this. First off, I can't even do hobbies in my own house anymore because my kids have overtaken my entire house.
Jackie cleans bags. Therapy is true, which is why I keep buying them, because I keep finding them, and you just can't. I see a good bag, a good well-made leather bag that might just be 10 years old, 20 years old, and people discard it. I'm like, that bag is still perfect. There's nothing wrong with this bag.
Well, I was talking to my dean. I teach science, so it's the dean of science. And we're friends. We've been friends for a long time. She's Asian like I am. We're both Thai. And we were just chit-chatting about my vintage collection and the fact that I just like thrifted my dream shoes of my life and like never thought I would ever find. And I absolutely love a square toe. And I think those shoes, the reason why I like them so much, my grandmother had a pair. Do you think hers were from the 60s?
Probably.
Yeah, she had a pair of 60s black eel. Were they eel or leather? I can't remember. It doesn't matter. She had a couple pairs of them, but they were square toed, and I absolutely thought they were amazing. And I told my aunt that I want them because I fit my grandmother's shoes, and my aunt got rid of everything because she thought they were too old. Nobody would like them. I was like, "Are you kidding me?" So, anyways, I'm talking to Anne about my shoe collection, and I said, all of my shoes from the 2000s, all of my amazing high heels, all of the interiors of the shoes have flaked. All the leather has flaked because it's bonded leather, even though it says it's leather. It's bonded leather and it doesn't hold up because there's a lot of moisture in your feet. But these shoes I got from the 80s and 90s, these designer shoes, they're full grain leather and they're phenomenal. Like the insides will
They
not
do not
flake.
make shoes like this anymore.
No, they just don't. And I know that because I buy shoes. Even in the 2000s, working at Nordstrom's, I could not get leather bottom shoes. I could get, then I don't even know if they still make it anymore.
And that's the thing about leather soles is that it's meant for dancing and going interior surfaces. It's not meant for walking the streets of New York. It's meant for offices and wood floors.
Thank you, Winnie. I love shopping.
Jenny finds the best stuff because she goes in person and she takes the patience and the time. Even Jennifer, at her most broke in college, would go spend money at the thrift store and just spend. It's her zen.
When I worked in retail at 15 in a boutique as a kid, and I liked sorting and organizing shelves. So even when I was in Brokeville, I would go to like Ross Dress for Less, and I hate Ross. I hate Burlington. And I say those words not because I don't like the merchandise or the product or what they sell, because everybody has a place, everybody has a need for something, right? Not everything has to be fancy, but I hate how dirty the stores are. And I hate the fact that clothes are always on the floor. So what I do when I'm really upset about schoolwork or my children at school or whatever's going on in my brain, to calm my brain down, I go and sort through people's racks and I just organize the racks. I don't want to sort my own house. I don't want to organize my own things. I want to go sort other people's things. And so I will just go and clean up the racks and systematically just go through like that. So when I go to the thrift store, I do the same thing. I systematically go and I'm always fixing. And if I see things in the wrong place, I put them in my cart and I'll go put them in the right place because I'm like, oh, well, this is a size small and extra large. That doesn't belong here. I'm taking it over there. Or, oh, this doesn't have a tag. I'm going to go take it to the front ladies. So I've actually built a pretty good relationship with the ladies who work there.
Keith says, Jen, if you have a good eye for stuff, you should buy things found and purchased and you keep them for yourselves. Flip things to fund the purchases that you keep for yourself. I promise. Jennifer is not, she loves it. She's like me. It's like me. It's like telling me, Jackie, you should buy bags to flip. What happens is Jackie gets the bag, we clean the bag, we bond with the bag, and we keep it on the shelf.
No, I am not that way. I do bond with my shoes, but I am not that way with my stuff. My problem is I absolutely hate post office. Hate. Like, the word truly means hate because I do not want to put the stuff in my bag. I don't want to print the label. I don't want to pack it. I don't want to get it into the post. My post office is horrid. Like
mine's a dream compared to
hers is beautiful.
Yeah.
Hers is fantastic. It's easy to get into. The people are nice. It's not difficult. The ones by my house, all three of them, even the one by the airport that's open late, is difficult to use.
There is like the definition of angry postal worker.
Yes. I'm like, I don't want to do
And they're the same postal workers we've seen for 20 years, guys. I've seen this one lady at the post office every time I go there almost for 20 years. She never looks happier. But she is the one I go to if I see her there. She's the nicest.
I adore Queen of Sparkle, and what I have learned about Queen of Sparkle is that there's always something coming out that I'm going to want. That's how Jackie feels about bags. It's how I feel about.
There's no such thing about purse piece. Purse piece is a myth, and if anybody has purse piece, they're lying to you. Okay, you're not a purse collector.
That's true.
That you don't count.
I think I own like 15, 20 bags max.
Most of them came from me.
Yes. And me buying 3 bags this month is like unheard of. Honestly, I almost put this bag back, but I thought it was so pretty. I had to keep
showed me this bag, this Bally bag, and I says, buy the bag. I don't care how much bean and rice
$35.
You have to eat. Buy that bag. She goes, this Bally? I'm like, buy the bag. I was like, you have to buy that bag. And then she started really looking at it. She goes, keeping this one. I'm like, yes, keep it. She should.
I always look for blue bags for Jackie because I know she loves them. That's why I knew it when I bought the Hobo International. Although I wanted it for my jeans, then went, oh, Jackie's gonna want it because she's gonna wear it, and it is this thing so cute with Donald Duck.
That's true. Well,
It's
now
the
you
perfect
can't have it.
It's the perfect Donald Duck color. Like I really did think about it,
Mhm.
and I don't know where the small coin purse is, so I think my husband may have taken it inside, but I'm gonna get to you as soon as I find it. So, anyways, the Queen of Sparkle comment was I like. There's always something I want, and I'm like Jack. I can't buy Queen of Sparkle. There was something else I was going to say, and I just lost my train of thought. It'll come back. No worries.
This is such a beautiful bag. The quality of the Bally bag is just as- astonishing. That this bag is not young, guys.
Do they still make Valley?
Yeah, they still make Bally. They also make the other brand I really like that you don't see very often is Bruno Bruno Magli. I'm probably saying it's wrong. It's another Italian brand, really good. Wait, is Jackal? Yeah, by 5 whole minutes. 5 whole minutes
Doesn't count.
Yeah, 5 minutes. It counts. I was the bigger baby by 2 ounces because I beat her up in the womb. So Jenny had a 25% chance to live. I have a 50% chance to live. Is that right? Yeah. Jennifer had to have a blood transfusion. She had a heartwarmer. We were 2.5 months premature. Like, we are miracle children, guys. And we were born 45 years ago when it was even more rare to have twins. Now it's kind of normal.
Well, mom had natural birth. They didn't do C-section.
Well, because it's better for the baby. They were trying to keep us in there as long as we could stay in there. She went into labor December 25th, and they were actually able to hold it off until December 28th when we were actually born because our lungs needed as much time as they could give it in womb because our lungs were not. That's the danger of being preemie. It's the lungs, right? So we were very fortunate to be alive. Mom, we were green because when you're in utero at that point, you still have it's like fuzz and it falls off in the womb before birth. And so we weren't these cute, chubby, healthy children you see on television or even in real life if you've had children. We were very ill. Mom was very upset and very stressed. And we were not easy kids to have, right? My mom, we gave her every gray hair she has, and she's made sure to dye every one of them.
Oh, I know. She's still dyeing her hair.
Orange. Not even black. She's dyeing her hair orange. What I mean orange is like, okay, Asian hair. Women in Asia are obsessed with color having hair, not black hair, which I don't know why. So they like to color it. And sometimes if you dye your hair, if you're a lady, you know what I'm talking about, or even a man, if you lift your hair can go brassy or it can go like blonde ash. Ours goes brassy.
Yeah,
So
it looks like
her hair
orangutan
when
color.
when she puts in a lifter into her hair goes brass. And it's like, Mom, why is your hair orange? Because did she put a toner in it afterwards? No. She just thinks, I'll just keep lifting it. Like, stop lifting your hair. Your hair looks fine the way it was. It looks great. I know. I'm working on it. I'm not done making it yet. I know.
You know I have a cherry dress, right?
Yes. Yes. It can go to your house if I'm done making it. How many? Okay, here's the debate. Cherry, every other cherry, all the cherries.
Do every other cherry first and then see if you want to do another one. I think try every other first. Because then you have half the amount and it might look great.
They are very upset that y'all are in here having fun.
Because we're laughing and giggling.
The puppies are like, yeah. I was like, Keith says your mom is old school Asian auntie who believes that she has to have bling in her glasses to make a face look younger. That's how Korean aunties are. My mother does not leave the house without makeup on, and I'm talking full beat. There is no just on lipstick. No, full beat down.
She's old school makeup too, because when I was visiting in August for my sister's wedding, I put on e.l.f. primer on my face, and then my makeup just glides on like butter. And she's just like, "How does your skin look so even?" I was like, "And nice." I'm like, "This product, it makes life easier." Because I watched her put makeup on, and that woman beats up her face. And I'm just like, why are you taking so long to put on primer? I mean, put on makeup, because she doesn't use a primer. Like, it's not a thing in her
world.
Makeup, because that's not what they do in Asia. And I'm just like, well, now they do, but mom's old school. So she was just like, I don't have that product. I'm like, well, here, take my product and try it. And she loves it. And she only buys face foundation and powders from Asia. She won't use any other.
Wait, what?
She uses the Korean face products.
Really? Like the
Mhm.
cleaning her face, or she's not using her
No,
Chanel?
she used micellar water.
Yeah.
No, she doesn't use Chanel. Jackie, mommy's cheap.
She used to use just Chanel.
They retired.
Oh.
They retired.
So now she's using Korean beauty?
Yeah.
Wow.
Can we open my box now?
Yeah, it's right behind you.
What is this?
That is a bag I bought from the thrift store, but
This is beautiful.
and I'm restoring it. Yeah, I need to put
It
another
needs
layer.
restoring?
Oh, that's after 2 layers of.
I have to tell you, there was a Rebecca Minkoff
Yeah.
orange bag. I did not photograph it, nor did I tell you about it because it was in such horrid condition.
But it was orange.
Mhm.
Okay, I forgive you.
Okay, and then there was a black one that was $90 at the thrift.
That's too expensive.
It's like
That's overpriced.
It was really pretty.
That's because Rebecca Minkoff is the next is one of the.
Do I want to put this piece in here?
Yeah, put it over here. I'm gonna put that right there. I'm gonna do that one next, since I have the right conditioner out. This one's been beat up to hell. I need to. Don't. I don't hate them. Do you like skulls? I like the skulls in. Was it Alexander? What's that British designer that does skulls? That was very popular. British guy.
I don't really pay attention to skulls, so I don't know.
Okay. Anyway,
they had a lot of Christian Siriano bags at the thrift too.
Yeah,
and I didn't.
They're
like
plastic. They don't.
Yeah,
last.
I didn't like them.
Yeah, McQueen. Thank you, McQueen. I like that skull. I like that skull pattern. Don't show my address.
I was just picking at the box.
Well, turn it the other way.
You can't even see it in the thingy yet.
Okay.
Oh, that was what I was gonna tell you. I just bought a Queen of Sparkle package. I buy the buy sell trade stuff, and I get them for like $100 versus $200, and because I'm cheap like that, and I teach.
No, that's called practical and smart.
Well,
that's not cheap. That's called practical and smart. If companies are going to give you a discount promotional code, use it. That's the thing is, our father trained, and he did not like using discount codes. He did not like using coupons. He did not like thrifting. He did not like yard sales. He thought it was beneath him to buy things at a reduced price. I'm like, take advantage of the payment plan. Take advantage of the sale. If somebody wants it for $50, give it to them for $50. If it was $150 to begin with, that's fine. You're buying it for $50. You know, this is our elitist father. And coming through you.
Well, anyways, I got a
bad habit.
I got a package that had the most beautiful handwritten address label. Like, I really appreciate good handwriting, people. You don't understand. Kids today cannot write, and I'm talking juniors and sophomores. They no longer write. I mean, they don't teach penmanship. That's a given. We didn't learn penmanship, so I'm okay with that. The fact that they just can't write. They can't spell. They can't do a sentence. They can't write neatly so you can read it. Jackie, if you saw what my kids wrote this week, I did a lab. We did a virtual lab on what?
She gave you watermelon.
Yeah.
She doesn't even know you, and she knows you.
Yeah.
Show them.
I'm opening a box.
Yeah.
Oh, Ed Hardy. I think Ed Hardy's the one with the skulls.
Yeah, Ed Hardy has skulls too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is she saying? I don't like wallets on the chains too much either.
Saying, I don't like wallets on chains too much either. Don't blame you, Jeanette. Jeanette's saying, yeah, probably. It's fine. Probably wallet. I'm talking about wallet on chains.
I like the bird on the Karl Lagerfeld. I've not bought Karl Lagerfeld. I'm not a fan of their stuff. Yes, it's really pretty.
It used to be beautiful leather, and now it's very sad.
This is why we had to do an unboxing.
She knows us, and she doesn't even know us. She knows us. So she's now my Facebook friend.
Story time. So Jackie, when we were driving from Michigan to Texas to visit my grandparents, and this was like
this is 92 because that's when that movie came out.
Okay, so it was Little Mermaid. So Jackie wanted to eat McDonald's every meal, and at the time they were doing the ornaments from the Little Mermaid, but we would keep getting the same ones, not realizing they release them in time periods. So one week everybody got the same one, the next week someone got a different one, and we just didn't realize that. So we had a ton a Little Mermaid ornaments, and this is going to become one because we lost all those ornaments because my dad accidentally sold all of our Christmas
The junk dealer.
into the junk dealer when my grandmother's sick, because we took all of our family ornaments to my grandmother's house because we would put the tree up for 3 days. We would go visit for a week. I would put the tree up. Sometimes Jackie would help me, and then I would take it down because she didn't want to help me. She was usually in the kitchen.
Cooking.
But we had tons of these, and this is going to become an ornament. My kids were going to love it. And
your
now I
cats
have
are
7
gonna destroy
cats,
it.
right? Well, the reason why we've gone to all plushies or actually, we have all plushies now. We have all Squishmallow ornaments because the cats and my son. All of the things that look like superheroes, my son takes off and he wants to make them have movable joints, which they don't.
You didn't just say he sold all. Yeah, he sold a. Oh no,
It was an accident.
Not the drug dealer, the junk dealer, the junk dealer. It was like he was cleaning out my grandmother's estate, and he says, "Just take everything up in the attic for $100. Just take it." You know,
There's all kinds of goodies in this bag.
Uh-huh.
Okay, for those
She
of
likes you.
for those of y'all who like making packages, this is so cute. I would
What are
never.
those raspberries?
I don't know. I'm getting there.
No, I mean they're in their hand.
Oh, no, they're
Airheads. Oh, I'm gonna eat one of those. Oh, and this is Amazing Grace by
really
Philosophy.
pretty, cute
Yeah.
polka dot.
I feel bad when I spent her bag she bought for me. I did not. You just threw candy on the floor.
More airheads.
Let me pick this. This is another rescue bag I bought from the Goodwill. This poor thing's been beat up.
Do you buy Goodwill online? Because you never talk
Goodwill
about
online.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't shop in person. Shopping in person, I can't walk. You know?
Keith, have you noticed the price of thrifting? The items are astronomical.
I'm almost at the point I can't buy things off Thrift Goodwill anymore or Goodwill.com. That it's actually cheaper to buy things off Poshmark, Mercari, and eBay than it is to buy things in person now. When he sent you a pic of the walk, okay, I will. Oh, yeah, that's the bag, right? Yeah. Yes, it looks like a beige, but it's a light pink.
Look at this pretty class. I
told her this is a long shop. That's like a $600 bag. She got it for $200, guys. You know.
Steal of the century. And it's literally my favorite size and my favorite
color.
And I didn't know it had an inside zip. And it had compartments. This is amazing.
Oh my God, their stores are getting ridiculous. They think they're Nordstrom something. Yeah, right? They think they're Nordstrom's. Isn't that beautiful? It is a long shop. I don't know the name of it, but that's a pebbled leather, light pink long shop. It's absolutely beautiful.
It does look beige though.
Yeah, but it's just because the lighting in here is yellow because of the light.
I love the light pink. Yes.
And if you put that outside, it will look completely different. Yeah.
It needs some hardware money. Like it needs like charming things.
Oh yeah, it needs like there's nothing wrong with the hardware. The hardware's perfect.
No, it needs jewelry.
Yeah. So pretty.
Yes, you're right, Keith. Okay, so
read the statement.
Oh wait. Huh?
It's because they are not educated on looking up comps and just Google image search, and then they see like item, they price it's the same. People who are watching sometimes can't read the chat, so I like to read all the chats and then answer the questions.
Okay.
Yeah. So not taking into consideration, it is the same condition if they were the same demand in their location, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah, like you can buy things cheaper at Nordstrom's Rack than you can at some thrift stores.
Well, actually, Ross Dress for Less is cheaper than the thrift store, and so is Clothes Mentor, which is a resale place where you sell to them and they sell to public. So they'll buy their things for like $4 an item, and they'll sell it for like 13, but it's now cheaper than the thrift because everything I picked up was $16.
Yeah.
But I picked up.
Well, the thrift store you've been shopping at is again, they pay for it, not a donation place. But the thing is, like Goodwill, which is purely donation. That is what's crazy, is that's donated. Now, I realize you have to pay for overhead processing, and they take everything, which means they take a lot of junk along with good stuff. But it's really expensive, right? At this point,
You get the pen mark off that.
You can use Amadex, which is a solution, but I don't want to because if you use the pen mark cleaner, it's going to strip some of the finish, and I'm just going to not worry about it.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
just a bag.
It's beauty marks. Beauty marks means it's just has character. I have a monogram 6 ring holder from LV. I do too. I use it every day. It's part of my work. I actually gave one to my sister who doesn't use it,
I put it somewhere safe.
along with the Michelle watch she wanted for years
put
and
it
years and
somewhere
years and
safe.
years. And I told her, hey, give me your watch. I'll get the battery replaced. She can't find it.
Put it somewhere safe. I don't know what bag I put it in. I think I put it in the Teddy Blake bag.
Yep.
So, okay. Also, Goodwill is getting out of freaking control. I see empty Clausen pickle jars for $3.99.
That's ridiculous.
Like you
Clausen
could get
pickle
those for
jars.
this. Oh my
You
goodness.
can buy pickles.
Okay, so for me, what killed me the other day, I showed Jackie was on a live, and I think she showed it. I think Birkenmore was on, and it was custom made silk men's shirts in my size
Mhm.
that were silk. One, they were silk. They had white collars, white cuffs. This is the look back in the day, right? But it was like, and so there was
Still the look now is people don't remember.
yeah, and they were like $6 and they were on sale for $3 that day, and I was feeling really, I wasn't feeling cheap, I was feeling like a hoarder. So I had to call Jackie. I'm like, do I need these? I feel like I'm rescuing them. They're men's shirts. I'll find a way to wear them. I'll probably wear them with a sweater over them and keep the collar and the cuffs. But these were custom made in Hong Kong with the person's logo CC on them in small, very beautiful monogramming, and they were like nothing. And then next to it with a $64, I forgot the name of the brand, but it's a pretty popular brand, but it wasn't worth $64. I mean, this is the thrift. I'm like, I'm not paying $64 for that cotton beautiful print shirt, but I will. And then this silk shirt that should be $64 was for $4. Like, I don't get it. And then again, like my Chanel shoes were $15. And then I said earlier that you would find, I look for Nike shoes for my daughter, because she wears a size 6 women's, and they were like $36 and $26 for these ratty shoes that new was only 150. So I'm just like, I'm gonna buy her new shoes.
That's crazy that they're charging that much for used Nikes. Not
I
even
get mad that the shoes are $15.
Yeah.
They're free. But anyway, somebody asked me what I do with my stuff, because I'm gonna about purge 70% of my clothing because I have so much of it in 3XL, and I am terrible about selling, sourcing, and shipping. So I'm just donating it to Boysville, because there's a local charity shop that is meant for it's nonprofit, and the people who work there are super nice, and I love how they process their things, and it all goes to kids. So I'm like,
PC says it seems so many. I've seen so many fake Coaches and Michael Kors at Goodwill, and they priced
I
astronomically
don't
high.
even know if it's a fake Michael Kors.
I have one on the floor over there. I can show you.
But I do see Michael Kors, but I
yeah.
never look at it because it's not my brand.
It's all about the inside.
Mhm.
It's all about the branding on the interior and what the finish looks like. And people just look at the outside and they're like, "Oh, this is a pretty bag," and they don't know.
Keith, I live in San Antonio.
Yeah.
Different cities.
Yeah, different cities.
Jackie lives in small town USA. Like, I can't. No.
When we drove here the very first time, there's 8 miles of road that is just pure rural country, and it's 8 miles off of a major state. It was a state highway to a state highway, but still, it was 8 miles of dirt road, no lights, 2-lane road. And she's like, "Are you going to be able to buy groceries?" And I laughed. I said, "Jennifer, we're not actually at town yet. We're still getting to the town."
Okay, so thrifting in San Antonio is only good because there's a million people there. And so the stuff I get, so I live in an area where it's old money, but that has changed. So the person I bought all this stuff, it was probably someone's grandma who donated everything that they didn't want into the thrift, which is the local one right next to the neighborhood. So that was great. But this particular, it's called Texas Thrift. There is like 4 or 5 of them in town. And when I was sick, before I realized I had the flu, and I know that sounds terrible, what I'm about to say, is I went thrifting because we didn't know yet that what kind of sick I was. I just thought I had a sinus infection. So I went to the one on the south side of town, and there's one on the west side of town, but there's 4 or 5 of them, and they're really spread out because San Antonio is very, very big. And I had the best time because the one on the south side had great men's clothes. The one on the west side had great hats and kids' clothes. So everybody had different things that they, in those regions, that thrifted. So there is a lot to find, but there is resale thrifters who go there all the time, every single
It's like their
day.
job.
Like when I was trying to find Hello Kitty at TJ Maxx and Marshalls, I love the Halloween Hello Kitty, and I also like Valentine's and a little bit of Christmas. But literally, I would talk to all of the people who
Salespeople.
work there, and I said, "Oh, you got to come first in the morning. It sells out in minutes." And I'm like, "You're joking?" He goes, "No, we have people who come and buy all of them at once. Like they don't buy one or two; they buy 10 and or the whole shelf, and then they resell them." And I'm on some of those resale groups, but I refuse to buy. Like I don't buy the Stanleys that people buy, or the Ovellas that they buy the drops and they clear them out, and then they go, "Oh, we can buy this for like $100." I'm like, "No, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I don't need it that much. I don't care that much."
Where did that red Dooney go? Thank you. So, supposed to miss something.
Hey, the Christian Louis Vuitton, I've seen those, never in my size because I wear a size 40 and I can never find size 40 in my. I can find a 38, a 37, and a 36 in luxury shoes. I can never find a 40. So when I found 40,
40
I about died.
hard.
Yes.
Well, I mean, designers are they're size discriminating. It actually was getting a little bit better where they were having larger sizes. And then Ozempic came along, and now everybody's gone to skinny is the new again, and they're actually saying that there's making an impact on a high-end clothing because the people have pre-ordered things, lost weight, and then they can't wear them, so they go for a size smaller. So right now is a good time to find some designer higher end larger sizes, but they're going to stop making it pretty much because
Why?
people are all on Ozempic.
Oh.
Do you know how many people are on weight loss meds? Like, have you seen the picture of Ariana, not Ariana Grande, Selena Gomez?
Was she on it? Were
Yeah.
they on it?
Yeah.
They were
Yeah.
tiny to begin with.
Well, not Selena. She had gained a little bit of weight. I don't think either of them were ever heavy. I think they were normal, but it's Hollywood, and Hollywood normal is anorexic. Now, their normal is skeletal.
Jen, those $20, I would have been yes, ma'am. Yeah, thank you. I would have been like, running and dancing to the register.
Well, you know what I noticed about the thrift groups that Jen's on too is that when they find thrift things, sometimes it's fake. You know, they don't know if it's real, and they'll say, "Hey, is this real?" But if it is, I don't really care. I love it. A lot of people don't care if it's fake or not. They just think it's pretty, and they'll use it just because they think it's pretty. They're just like, "That's pretty. I'm buying this. I don't care if it's a fake Louis. I think this is gorgeous, and I'm gonna rock it."
So Keith says, Jen, I don't know if you feel the same way, but the best thrifting are small church thrifts and humane society thrifts. Religious people and pet lovers donate good stuff to benefit churches. Or I think I'm missing something. But yes, I do agree. So in Pottsboro, Texas, which is north by Shreveport, is it Shreveport? It's over the left of Dallas. I go to a charity shop because my friend lives in that area, and let me just tell you, the stuff I find is
that Geneva?
phenomenal. Yeah, where
Yeah.
Geneva lives. Yeah, and I haven't gone in 2 years because my life got busy. But when I go, I try to do all the local thrifts. Now in San Antonio, there is not a lot of charity churches. All the small mom and pop places I used to go to, they're all gone.
It's the taxes for the property are too high.
Mhm.
The same thing in Austin. It's just too expensive to have a charity shop any type because we can't afford to pay rent, and utilities are expensive in Texas. Y'all,
It's hot.
expensive.
So there's not a lot of places that I can find in San Antonio that I do go small time, like Seguin. I recently went to the movies with Jackie in Seguin, and
Our new
it's
favorite
like
theater.
40 minutes away from my house. And let me tell you, I'm gonna drive 40 minutes to go there because it's quiet, it's nice. The Goodwill was so clean, it was so nice. It's all in the same area.
It's right next to a Marshalls.
The
and
Marshalls
Ross.
was the most well-stocked Marshalls I've ever been. It wasn't overrun by people. It wasn't ransacked like the ones are in my town. So it was phenomenal. I was like, yes, I'm gonna just spend my time doing this. It's also me time. I really like going and looking at stuff. I honestly would love to open a store, run a boutique. It's not
The
there
business
yet.
part. The business part.
It's not even the business part. It's called the insurance part. My family has to have it, and I carry it.
Ransacked. Yes. The stores in San Antonio are ransacked, literally ransacked. All those wonderful thrift stores. Like you go to small town America and you're like, oh my gosh, they have such great stuff. Because you know what people are buying? They're not shopping at Marshalls and Ross at small town America. They're shopping at the Family Dollar. And honestly, the Family Dollar costs more. But if you don't have reliable convenient transportation. You go to what's next to you, and what's next to them is a Dollar General and a Family Dollar, even though those stores actually cost more than a Walmart, but there's not Walmart next to them because it's in the town over.
Keith, you're correct, and my husband cannot handle it. Oh, I should let's read his comments. If so, it's so much work. It's like owning any business. You're going to be working literally 24/7 around the clock. Absolutely. There is two boutiques that I absolutely adore. One's called Bella Bella Boutique in Port Aransas, and then there's Sherry Lane that's in Dallas. And Sherry Lane in Dallas, I think she's going to open her own store, but she's been doing nothing but .com for 3 years. She is fab, but literally she lives and breathes her job, and she posts on our group chat. It looks amazing.
I'll have to show you the before.
Oh, this because this was after the conditioning, right?
This is after cleaning and conditioning.
Well, now that I know you can do this, when I find more purses, I will definitely be buying.
It comes down to the base quality. Bally, Dooney, Coach, things that have started out as a good bag will always end up as a good bag. They're just a little tired because nobody knows to condition anything. So you condition and you clean it, and it's good for another 10 years. And so, but people don't know that. They say, oh, it's tired shoes, let's just get a new one, because we don't repair things anymore. Nobody repairs things. And I was telling, like, I told the group, and I've told you, and you'll get this. We grew up with leather shoes. That's just the shoes we grew up with. And Dad in uniform always had leather shoes. My uncles always had leather shoes. Leather shoes were at one point very expensive to purchase. They were not cheap. They're still not cheap. It's just that today we don't really have leather shoes. We have plastic shoes. So the thing with the leather shoes is we were taught how to take care of them. You were taught to you.
Well, Dad was military, so he told us how to do
And
it.
so did Uncle Gus, because he was also military. And if you have horses or livestock or an animal, anything, you clean tack. Tack is leather, y'all. So we grew up cleaning and taking care of stuff. So to me, I just assumed everybody knew how to take care of shoes. I assumed people knew how to clean leather. I assumed a lot. I was wrong. I was very wrong. I've been told that many times now. And that's why some of my best videos that people like watching the most are my clean videos, clean with me videos, because they don't do it.
No, let me tell you, when my mom visits me, this has been a while. Okay, so we have all of these old vintage lace tablecloths back in the day. I don't use them anymore. My husband's klutzy. I've got small children. It doesn't happen. But on occasion, I will rescue doilies from the thrift or the local estate sale that I've gone to, or there's like some really cute boutique vendor people that do nothing but look for source vintage linen. So I pick them up, and my mom goes, "Oh, are you gonna clean those?" I'm like, "Well, I don't know how to, but I'm gonna figure that out." She goes, "How do you not know how to?" Well, what do I do? So she puts them on the stove and boiling water with baking soda. I kid you not. That was baking soda. And I was just like, that's how you clean them, and you just boil them clean? She goes, yeah. I was just like, okay, all right. And I now learn, and she gets wine out of white linen all the time. I
still can't do it. Hello, Scott. Scott, let me show you my Dooney bag. Okay, this is my Dooney rescue from yesterday. This I got out of Clothes Mentor in Dallas. There's pen marks on it, but it's so beautiful. I had to rescue it. I've just done like 3 layers of waxy cleany. Look, it still needed to absorb and buff in, but look how beautiful this is for $50, guys. $50. This bag. This is several $100 bag.
I was reading Keith's post. He said those antique handmade lace tablecloths used to sell for fortunes, like thousands. Yes, I know. The workmanship and craftsmanship that go into them is insane. Okay, so let me tell you, I did not bring it with me, and I now wish I had. I went to Goodwill last Saturday by my house to get away from my children because they were driving me absolutely batty. I love my kids, do not get me wrong, but my little boy can oh. Anyways, I had 30 minutes to 40 minutes and just wanted quiet time. And my quiet time literally is going to a store. So, Jackie, you show them? This is one.
I think I did show on that live. I did show. This is the quilt that she got the evil eye from about 5 people.
It was fantastic.
This is a beautiful quilt.
Let me show. There's more pictures. This is the inside.
It's a handmade quilt. Literally a handmade quilt that was at the Goodwill for how much?
I'm going to tell you. This one, can you go closer, Jackie? That's a batik watercolor, king size. It was $20.
Yeah.
And then,
hi, G.
And then the blue one was a throw size, and I put it on my floor in my house when I got home because I always need quilts and I always like cotton. I am not a synthetic girly. I cannot do polyester anything. Well, I can do clothes, but polyester like bedding, no, absolutely not. Jackie can do it. I cannot. It cannot. This is a better picture of the blue quilt. That's her come on, focus. That's my living room. There we go. It focused. So anyways, that blue quilt. So I get home and I put it on the floor and my son goes, "Did you get me anything?" And I said, "No, baby. I didn't see anything that you liked. I got your sister some things and then got your dad some things, but there was nothing there I thought you would like." She goes, "Well, can I have the blue quilt?" I'm like, "It was $7." Sure. The blue quilt was $7, guys. And he's like, "Okay." Then both my children, who were 5 and 11, fought over the blue quilt. I'm like, this is not your normal. They normally want the polyester,
Fluffy.
fuzzy things. And I'm just like, you actually want cotton? Because mom loves cotton. I love cotton. I'm like, you're fighting over a $7 quilt. If I had two, I would have bought two. I'm telling you. So the story about the quilt. Those quilts are so gorgeous. They're like $800, $1,200 quilts, depending on the seams. And yes. And that fabric's expensive because I used to buy it at Joann's and it was so expensive. And then there's specialty quilt shops that sell that stuff that's also so expensive. But anyway, I digress. What I was trying to say was $20 for the king, $7 for the blue. I was looking at toys and I was looking at a vintage 1980s hedgehog. And I put it back because my kids aren't into it, but I thought it was cute. And I look over and this lady's literally in the middle of the day around 4 o'clock is processing and putting up the quilt. And I walk over as she puts it on the hanger and the rack, I grab it from her and she's, "Oh man, that is so pretty." So she helps me open it. And there's like 3 ladies behind me and I promptly put it in my cart. And then the blue one, who was like two things away from me, someone grabbed the one next to it, and I went and grabbed the blue one without knowing what it was. And I said, she goes, "Oh yeah, that's from the same lady," and it is amazing. So we had this cute conversation. We had a good time, and then I finally looked around. And I'm like, oh, they wanted those quilts. Well, they're mine. Sorry, I got them first.
I know, right? What are people going to do without Joanne fabrics? Hancock fabrics already went away. And now it's just Joanne fabric. They're like, Walmart barely has any fabric.
So Keith asked, "Please tell me about your rug." So when I worked in furniture back in the Stone Ages, in the 2000 era, there is a rug dealer in San Antonio that sourced in our store that I worked at. I worked in it was 100,000 square foot showroom, and it was upscale furniture and it was fantastic. And there's a rug store in there, but the rugs are between 5,000 and 15,000 ish in the store that I was working at. So this is the same company, and I took my dad. And I said, "Dad, you've got to come see these rugs." I'm like, because he was in the market to buy some new ones because ours were from Korea. They were wool, and he never liked the look of them. They were my mother's taste. So my dad he likes navy, burgundy, green, and cream, and I do too. And he loves brown. So like his color palette and my color palette are the same. That rug was his. He bought that one from my rug vendor in San Antonio. Probably 2003, 2006, 2007. And it was $10,000 and it was on sale for $10,000. And I was just like, dude, I'm so glad you bought that because it was big, but the rugs in my grandmother's house were too big for our house because that was 12.
It was
14,
huge.
12 by 14 is the one I have. I think the one my grandmother had was a palace size, which is like 18 by 23. It was an odd, huge size. We ended up going to the Fisher House at Fort Sam Houston because they're the only people who had a ballroom big enough for it. It is literally giant. My grandmother was fabulous. She had the biggest house ever. But my dad loves rugs, and so he bought a bunch, and I got 2 of the 3 of the sizes that fit in my house because it didn't fit in Jackie's house, and I wanted them. It was like, I'm getting them.
And one got stolen.
When that's the sad part. The one that got stolen was the one that I would love the most, and you would have loved the most because it had the corn blue border.
I don't like thinking about it. That we were robbed. I've been robbed. Did I tell you I've been robbed?
Yeah, me too.
This is why, as much stuff as I have, because of what we have lost, It's just I only care about the dogs really and my husband. The rest of it I can replace. Yes, it's sad. Yes, it'll be memories, but you know,
I think the one that I have is 10 by 14 for sure. If
the
not
one that
bigger.
grandmother had was
Was
18
bigger.
by 25. The
Yeah, it
palace.
was bigger.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I have a couple wool rugs. I have a silk rug or two. I've shown you a photo.
Jackie has all the silk rugs.
I only have one.
What happened to the other ones?
You have them.
Oh. Well, I think one's in Violet's room.
Hmm.
Mhm.
My dad got them when he went to Pakistan years and years and years ago. But we definitely have an eye for a Persian rug. We can tell a Persian motif without even trying. It's like that one, yes, that one, no, that one, yes. It's something about the richness of the colors. They're not the same as the other, like Tibetan or
And I'm not a fan of Native American print. I'm not a fan of it in terms of rugs.
Wait, what?
The Native American.
Oh yeah,
It's not my jam.
I
Not
love
Southwest.
I love the Southwestern, the Oaxaca.
is, I'm
Oh
not.
my gosh, Navajo and Oaxaca all over it. I love it. But Jenny's more into like my husband. If it belongs in a palace, they like it in their house. If mine looks like it should belong in the country, I want it in my house. You know? So we have a hodgepodge of everything.
Jackie will take them back if she has room to put them someplace. She got rid of a lot of her rugs because of her dogs, but her dogs have changed.
Yeah.
So now that she can put them more down, like she has these really beautiful runners in her house. Did you put them back down yet?
You walked on them.
Oh, good. I wasn't paying attention. I just knew that you.
One belongs to my grandmother, and one came from the same rug store. Jenny has the other. Do you have the other one
Mhm.
still? Yeah. So she took one of them, and I took one of them. They're both mine, but crying anything out of Jennifer's hands is like impossible. Like she bonds. You think I have a hard time letting go? No.
I'm practically a hoarder. I'm in therapy for it. I'm not even lying.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm not a junk hoarder. Like my husband and I had this conversation Friday. I looked at his side of the bed and I was like, what happened? Why is there a million drink containers on the floor? Why is there shoes and drink containers? And what is this stuff? And he was just like, I said, no, we're not trashy. This is not okay. We are cleaning this up. You're cleaning it up today. And so I came home and he said he cleaned the bedroom. And so I went on his side of the room because I can't see it from what side I walk on. And so I walked over. I'm like, your idea of clean and my idea of clean are not the same at all. So I ended up cleaning the rest of the room. I was just like, this is not happening. We are not becoming trashy. First off, I grew up in a house where you couldn't have food and drink in the upstairs private places. It could only be in the public places downstairs. So I'm not a fan of cookies and drinks in bed. Not happening. And I'm just like, no, this has to stop. We're not doing this. We're not becoming those people. I said, I have too much textiles and a collection of stuff. No.
We should be on a reality TV show. Yeah. See, I keep telling people that I'm actually the quiet one in our family. Jenny and Mom are the talkers. Until you see Jenny, you're like, wait, what? No, how, Jackie? You can't be the quiet one. In my family, yes. In regular people's lives, no, I am the talker. I am the outgoing one. In my work environment of a room full of introverts, I am very extroverted. But with my twin and my mother, you can't even. If Mom was here, she wouldn't be talking to you guys because she doesn't do that. But she's talking to her friends. We don't exist. Like we're like Jackie, Jenny, who? Oh yeah, they're there. Hi. You know. Do you talk this fast when you're teaching, Jen?
I do talk fast. Over time, I've learned to talk slower because I have a lot of different kids' needs, and I don't lecture as much as I used to. And you have to lecture only in 10-minute intervals at most. So, the worst.
Wait, what? You only lecture at 10 minutes at a time?
And when I do a whole lecture day, my kids are dying. And there is some days where I had to talk super fast, but I have to repeat myself 15 million times. Yeah. We just did a lab. So no, I do slow down. When I get excited talking about this kind of stuff, I can talk a mile a minute though, like for real. And my kids, when I start talking stuff, they're like, "Oh my God, do you really like that?" Especially we were just making ice cream this week, like in class. It was so much fun. And I had a couple of good kids like, oh, that's an exothermic reaction, isn't it, miss? I'm like, thank you God for paying attention to the vocabulary. And then I was just like, and someone goes, oh, what's solvent? You actually know the words. Thank you, Lord. Like small favors, small favors. So I do get excited and I do talk a lot.
What grades do you teach?
Oh, I teach high school. So 9, 10 are primarily 9, 10, 11. But I do have a smattering of seniors, and my juniors are my favorite because juniors are just the best group. Freshmen are too young, and not in terms of age. They're just immature and they're brand new to high school and they're just scared and they don't know what's happening and it's just a whole new world for them. And so I actually love the freshman babies, but when I teach biology, when I teach IPC, my freshman babies kind of get lost because they don't understand the science of physical science. They just don't understand physics and chemistry. So yeah. My juniors are the best students because they have played school. They went through freshman and sophomore year, and then juniors are like, okay, I got to get my act together. I need to do my SATs. I got to apply to college. They're fabulous. Now my seniors, the few that I have who shouldn't be in IPC but are there for credit recovery or credits because they need the credit, they have senioritis, and they don't want to be there.
Did you find your handbag?
Which one?
The one you're actually. Oh,
It's up there.
yeah. Put these in there.
I don't know.
Well, put it in your pink bag.
Like, now I'm scared to put anything in my purse without pouches. It's your fault.
I don't blame you.
Well, now that I know better.
So anyway, guys, we're gonna get off.
We're done.
Yeah, it's good. I need to take a nap before we go to Caitlin's house.
Okay.
And
This
it's
was
already
great fun.
cold.
I was so excited. I've been wanting to do this all week, even last weekend. And Jackie's just like, you like my friends? I'm like, yes, I like your friends. It's fun.
Yeah, all teachers are underpaid and unappreciated. It's the amount if they paid teachers hourly for the hours they actually work, they would be paid fairly.
Okay, so what kills me right now is that I just did an ice cream lab for 200 kids. I have 140 that are my science kids and I have dance kids. So my dance kids don't count, but my 140 plus the 25 from my partner teacher. So about 200 kids, right? It was through $250 for supplies to do ice cream lab. This is why we don't do them very often because it's expensive. I had to use 12 gallons of milk.
Who paid for it?
Well, the science budget.
The budget's
But we
not
have,
that
but
big.
we have to approve it, and so we can't do as many things as I want to do. So now I'm doing donors choose and grant writing to get equipment, kitchen equipment, because chemistry is so expensive now that my Texas standards have changed. So I don't have to be as particular. I don't have to be as nitty gritty. I don't have to use real chemistry. I can cook.
Baking is chemistry.
Well, yeah, and I can cook. So now I'm trying to get money to get a whole supply for each station so we can make waffles in class and tortillas and talk about different processes.
Kids are also always hungry.
Yes.
Teenagers are like bottomless pits. And are you hungry? No. And they get to class and they're starving and they can't concentrate because they're hungry. You know?
We don't feed them enough.
Anyway, we're getting off. We'll talk to y'all later. I will see you guys tomorrow on Jolie's channel. And that's all, folks. Bye, guys.
Wait, your friend's asking you something.
I only have Kate Spade, Coach, leather cleaner, and conditioner. That works. Whatever works. Jeanette,
show her yours real quick.
I have. She can't buy them.
Why?
Because she lives in Canada.
So that one worked, right? That's the one you got at Michael's.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, we are leaving for real now. Okay, bye-bye.